Seen a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Yellow, on the line. Slam.
They'll run on first down. It's Curtis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down now. It's Curtis. The 40, 30, 20, 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Reset. Like an egg. Check 55. Mike. Watch the run. 49. Check 49. 59. 54.
Now a first down throw. Watson. It's caught. Smith. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give right side. Haskins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one 28 yards on the ground. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. On second down, it's Curtis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Watson now to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Check 26, check 26.
On first down, Haskins. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the edge. 34. 31. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Silver.
Watson going deep downfield for Ross. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, let's get in that hole. Alert. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got him.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Give him 32 on the play. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
They'll run on first down. Haskins, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run it here with Logan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. A shotgun snap for Watson, being chased out left. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
It's now 4th down.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
43, 15. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Pick it up.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. On first down, it's Brown. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Slam.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mahomes going to throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is taken at the 18. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Haskins. Room here to run. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Barrett looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Mike 55. Here's the party now. Check 43.
They'll try the left side. It's Barrett. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Yellow, I'll go on. Coming this way, here we go.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route, He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Come on, G. 57's the mic. Mike 57. No gain. 57's the mic.
Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. Looking for his tight end on the corner, it's complete. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down now, it's Curtis, and the ball is knocked out, and now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
And the Rams first down.
Reset. 19. 54. 124. David. You better be right.
Watson on first down. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
59. 55, Mike, guys, 55. Come on. Back and go full strength. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm run you over. Hey, check right, check right.
Here's Watson now on second down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield, and if they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
55, right there. I'm coming. My 55. Hey, eat. My 59.
Third and long. It's Watson. The open man is Smith. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Joker. Watch twist. Watch 31. Rush in.
They'll run on first down. It's Barrett. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Curtis. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I got you. Watch out.
On third down, it's Brown. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
25.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Haskins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Big stop. Let's go. 24.
And the blitz does come. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
3rd down and 9.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
Working from the gun, Mahomes lets this one rip toward Graham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 4. Hey, pick the line. Check. Alert. Go. Check.
They'll try the left side. Haskins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7.
Push attack. 19. Get him. Hey, alert. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Man, I got that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haskins, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Listen, 19, 54. Switch out. Watch the safety crew. Go. Hey, turn it up. Check three. Yeah. 55.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A run here with Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Haskins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fielded at about the 28. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
57 colors. Hey, 57.
Now Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Curtis. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haskins, he's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now the try here for the point after. And that one will ensure that it'll take a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie this thing. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go!
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Mahomes now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Check. Kill. Switch.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check nickel, nickel.
Yellow.
Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, 15.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Attack.
He's crashing. He's checking crashing.
One final try for Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Los Angeles, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.